Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This video is actually going to be about IsuiT instead of two men, and the reason is I'm actually the SEO of two websites. I'm the SEO of IsuiT and I'm also the SEO slash e-commerce manager of two men. I did not build IsuiT, but I built two men, okay? And what I wanted to show you in this video is the potential of a website like this when you focus on blog post SEO. So the main reason that I'm making this video is because of this, okay? You can see the classic hockey stick growth. It's called the hockey stick because it looks like a hockey stick. If you don't know what hockey stick is, then this is what a hockey stick is. So it's like straight and then suddenly a big increase, okay? So it kind of looks like a hockey stick. You can see the hockey stick. And I'm going to show you why this happened, in my opinion. I'm going to show you the entire progress of this website from A to B, from when I started working for it, what I did, how I optimized it, etc. So the first thing I want to do is I want to go on the last 6 months. Let's turn this into English, actually, before I get a million comments saying I don't understand Italian. I started probably, well, I know when I started. I started in June 2021. So oh God. That was my history. How long ago was June 2021? Let's have a look. 690 days ago. So it's 2 years ago, pretty much. So 16 months is a pretty good way. It's a pretty good place to see like the growth of the website. You can see that there's been good growth, okay? And I'm incredibly happy with this growth. I haven't really been working on this website recently, except maybe in the last few weeks, because basically I was focusing on two men from about, I want to say November 2022 until probably about 2 weeks ago. I was working only on two men. I was not working on IsuiT at all. So what did I do, and what could be improved further, and what changed here, etc., etc. So first of all, what did I do? Well, I did exactly the same thing that I'm now doing on two men. If you go on the blog and well, actually not exactly the same thing, because a lot of the content, like the early content, this was before Jasper, this was before any AI writers whatsoever, any large GPT or large language models, etc. I was actually handwriting content like all this time ago. And you can see it's worked pretty well, okay? This one article has 2.5 million impressions, which you probably know is quite a lot of impressions. And yes, I did handwrite this article. Actually, we can check that. Let's go on Jasper and let's actually see if I handwrote this article, because the only way this was not handwritten was if I used Jasper, okay? Because GPT-3, GPT-4, whatever you want to call it, GPT, had not been released yet, okay? So let's have a little look. Let's go on, I guess... Okay, let's go on all output history and let's search for black tie. I'm guessing there's nothing here, but there might be. Okay, so if it's here, it will be here. So let's have a little look in the documents. Let's type in black tie. No, okay. So I did handwrite this article. I didn't actually know whether I handwrote it or not. However, there are articles here that were not handwritten and that are doing very, very well. But this doesn't look like all of the documents that I had, because I definitely wrote more than this. They must be getting deleted, probably like however much time this is compared to when they're being deleted type thing. But yeah, I definitely had a lot more documents on here, so I'm not really sure what's happened there. But you can see that pretty much, like more or less, the process is exactly the same. I have just been writing content and just trying to get that content out there, etc., etc. It's all mainly blog posts, and you can see that the blog posts are easily the best performers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. So 9 of the last 10, of the biggest 10 pages on this website have actually been blog posts. This hockey stick just looks so nice. I'm so happy with this. But yeah, just the same stuff that I've been teaching you in all my videos. So if you go on my channel, preferably after you finish watching this video, but whenever you want, kind of thing. If you go on playlists and if you open this ChatGPT playlist here, using ChatGPT to make money online in 2023, this is basically the process that I'm doing on the new website. And yeah, it's pretty much the same process that I did on IsuiT, okay? Yeah, just internally linking everything together, etc., etc. The only difference, or the main difference, is that there's more handwritten content on IsuiT. It's a much, much older website. I think it was founded in like 2016 or something. The earliest blog post was in July 2018. I don't think that was when the website was built. I think the website is older than that. It's really interesting that this is in 2018 was like the modern jacket, because now I can tell you it looks a little bit older, even though it's timeless. Timeless. You can see that it's like a bit of an older look. So yeah, the first blog post was 5 years ago, 4.5 years ago. So you can see like it's obviously going to be easier to rank on IsuiT than on Two Men. Two Men was a fresh domain; it wasn't even an expired domain. So that's the main reason for the difference in impressions. Because actually, I don't know if this is true. I can check this actually. So if I go on, I think I might have written more articles already on Two Men compared to IsuiT. So let's just quickly test that theory. This is something that you should learn how to do anyway, so please do watch this. This is how to know how many articles you have without doing any weird like thing. This is probably the easiest way to do it. All you do is you copy and paste these into a Google Sheet. You find your first one, which is 260, and then you scroll down until you get to the bottom, which is 387. 120 something, 128, yeah. So we've got 128 blog posts here, and I actually don't know how many. I think it's going to be pretty close. And considering one is 5 years old and one is 6 months old, that's pretty hilarious, to be fair. God, I've written a lot of content. Oops, missing the L on the end of XML. This is actually crazy that I've almost written the same amount of articles on Two Men as IsuiT. I think that's kind of impressive, actually. Let's see, this looks like it might be a little bit less. Scroll to the top, Control V it. 123, okay. Not bad. So I'm only 5 behind IsuiT, but I am writing for both now, so they probably won't catch each other up. Okay, let's talk about the thing that probably everyone is actually watching this video for, which is the hockey stick. How did I do this, or how did we do this? There are a couple of things we're working on right now, but I want to show that they're actually not affecting the website yet, and so we can't attribute this to the website. So one way to see if what you're doing is having an effect on your website is to go on most recent date, and then go on new page, and then put like a URL sign. So for example, we've been working on things with clothing in the URL. So I type in clothing, I click on pages, I sort it by impressions, and I'm looking for anything that is clothing, jeans, and then a brand, for example. This is what we've been working on. This has 45 impressions. Sweaters, Barber Napoli, this is new. Actually, I've never seen this before. If I click on here and put this on the last 6 months, you'll see that there will be... Oh, okay, it already was there 2 days ago. That's really good. This is what we're working on now. This is not the reason for the big growth, but I'm really, really happy to see that KNT, Kiton, and IsuiT all have sweaters. All the sweater pages for those brands are now ranking on Google. The thing that actually changed was page experience, okay? Basically, we had a lot of meetings with our developers, and we told them to do various things, one of which was to upgrade Magento, one of which was to try to increase the page speed in any way possible. And that actually happened, okay? So we had for a long time, we had 0 good URLs, then we had some good URLs, and then we had no good URLs on mobile. This is a big problem for Google. This is a problem for 2 reasons, and this is something people don't understand. Number one, it's a problem for Google, but more importantly, it's a problem for your users. UI, UX, when I do SEO audits of people on live stream, the biggest problem people have is UI, UX. The point of UI, UX, which is user experience and user... I think interface. I'm not actually sure what the I is. User experience and user interface. I'm pretty sure that's right. The biggest thing that people don't understand is that if you don't have good UX UI, they're just going to leave. They're just going to leave the website. Okay. So if you might have noticed at the beginning of this video, you might not have noticed, to be fair, but when I clicked on blog page 5 on here, so I click on blog and then let's click on page 5. Okay, this time it loaded, but if you look back at the beginning of this video, I was kind of waiting for it to load so that I can make a point about it. But it wasn't even loading, okay? So that means if someone clicks something on your website and it doesn't load, what are they going to do? They're just going to leave the website. What does that tell Google? That page, if they click on it, okay, so if they Google like, I don't know, blog page 5, obviously no one's going to search this, but let's say this is my website, okay, let's say this is a better keyword than blog page 5. If they click on it and immediately leave because your website is not loading, that tells Google that this keyword and this page should not be given priority, okay? And every tiny little signal that a user gives to Google is taken, it's understood, etc., etc. To be honest with you, I shouldn't just be talking about Google anymore because Bing, it looks like, might be replacing Google at a quicker speed than we originally thought, which is super interesting. However, overall, you can see that this growth here can almost definitely be attributed to the website UI UX improving. How did we do that? We sacrificed the quality of pictures, okay? And this is something that people are really, really scared to do. So if I go on clothing, let's say, and click on coats, you can see the images are not very good, okay? But if I inspect, and let's put it on Samsung S8, for example, you can see the photos look fine, okay? So don't worry too much about having amazing photos. If it's slowing your website down, you need to ask yourself a question. Even if you have the best photos in the world, if nobody is seeing those photos, what is the point of having the best photos in the world, okay? I know this is really, really hard for people who are design orientated, who are a little bit maybe OCD about having the perfect thing here, there, everywhere. Sometimes you just need to make sacrifices in order to have a quicker loading website. Yes, I know it sucks, but yeah, it's just necessary sometimes. So this website always had the same content. I've literally added 3 pages that are indexed. Okay, I've added 600 pages, but I'm going to make another video about that. The content here hasn't changed. The thing that has changed is, of course, the speed of the website. Are we going to go back consistently to getting 1,000 clicks per day? I really, really hope so. Sometimes this does happen where there's a week or so with 1,000 clicks, but it always ends up going down again. Overall, I'm very, very happy with the growth of the website. When I first started, we were getting 50 clicks per day. And now we get about an average of like, let's say like 700, just to be conservative with a small c. So compared to 20 clicks, 700 clicks is a 3.5 times increase, I want to say, but it might be a 35 times increase. Yeah, I can't do the maths right now. I know it's 200. Yeah, it's a huge increase. Anyway, whatever. And yeah, in the last, that you can see, if I go on 3 months, okay, all of this content is mine. Okay, I made all this content. The brands and things were already made when I arrived, but I made, like, if I go on clear, if I just type in blog here, you'll see that like the majority, I would say, are from blog. Let's actually have a look. Yeah, easily the majority. Okay, so 4.3 million out of 5 million impressions are from the blog, okay? So you can see that the blog has had a huge effect. I just wanted to make this video so maybe people could understand a little bit more the value of UI and UX and also the value of blog content on a good website that has good authority, it's an aged domain, etc. It's 5, 6, 7 year old domain. I'm going to be making a lot more content probably about IsuiT as well because I have to write for both websites now. I was originally just writing for 2 men, but it turns out that basically my boss wants me to write for both websites, which is fine, completely understand that. Let's see if the things that I posted, the articles I wrote from ChatGPT 4 are indexed. If this one's not, we've got a problem. It is indexed, good. I'm very, very happy with that. So it looks like, I posted 3 articles in a day. Looks like all of them got indexed. It looks like they're probably not going to be hit by the same kind of problems that 2 men had with posting a lot of content, which is perfect. Thanks for watching. I really hope this helps you guys understand and have a little bit more faith in the power of blogs. And yeah, I'll see you really, really soon with some more content. Peace out.